Damn, where you at, Gabe?
Yet to restart.
What he said?
So you don't give a fuck about it.
You a capping it.
I think it's over here.
Oh shit.
Oh, cause no, it's because he has OBS open. That's why.
Match found.
My bad. I forgot to take that shit off.
I'm looking at my stream. Oh, I'm looking at both streams. Just check. Marry me.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Twitch. Alright, let's get some gameplay in, boys.
Ivan, Gabe. What you say, Gabe?
Let's get stream. Let's go both streams. Let's read the chat. Flex.
Huh? Yeah, I'm rolling the gas off camera. Yup, niggas in California. So I'm smoking this bitch on his cameras. On his cameras.
Damn, Ski, you gotta wait. You gotta wait until Friday to play Red Dead Online.
Fuck you, bro. Ow!
Be careful,
Fuck!
Pete.
Tomorrow.
I don't know how many times I can bring you back.
Because, I don't know, they're setting it up so today, the only people that can play are no. Xbox's servers are ass apparently or something like that. But,
You getting banned? Hey, whoever snitching is a bitch. Fuck y'all. Oh, bro, now.
I
You
got
ready
you,
for the
San
album,
Fran.
though? On the real note.
Hold
Fuck that shit, bro.
on, let's do a late drop. I gotta set something up.
How am I doing? I don't know. I never know. This is fine. I'll be right.
Shutting them
Be
down.
right back.
One suppressed.
Enemy spotted A.
How you guys doing?
Multiple enemies A.
No charges.
Oh shit, I didn't buy any util.
Remove.
There. Sorry, little wind.
Where the fuck are we going?
Last player standing. One enemy remaining. Gonna fall back here. Spike down A. Clutch. Took care of it. As I do.
Y'all better go. Oh my god.
Omen wins by fear. Don't let him get to you.
Pussy. Let's get it!
Said my ass game is gonna get 25. Oh shit. There's hella motherfuckers here. I got you. We can get this. And then just this is calling me right
Knife deployed. Two suppressed.
Oh my god, oh my god.
Fuck, I was gonna answer right now.
Reloading. Enemy spotted. Wall raised.
Damn.
scared the fuck out of me, nigga. I'm not gonna lie. You scared the fuck out of me.
John, enemy spotted. A.
James, what are you doing?
Enemy spotted. A.
Spike planted.
For real?
Flash!
I didn't know you had no fight.
You're out. My ultimate's ready. Careful now. Going up.
Last player standing.
Fuck!
Look, don't start resting. There's still work to do.
Eat my video. Okay. Nah, name's Gianna.
What?
We can overcome them.
Damn, dude, this guy's taxing. What the fuck?
Suppressing. 4 suppressed.
Reloading.
Fuck with the White Howard, bro. White Howard's a good basketball player.
Don't miss me too much.
Come on, let's go!
Spike planted.
Multiple enemies A.
Watch your eyes!
Wait, how are there only
Gun here.
people left?
Last player standing.
Once more into battle. I'm not tired. Are you?
What happened to our helmet?
My ultimate is ready.
Almost burned my eye off.
I need a drop.
I need a drop. Let's get this
I
done.
was big high yesterday, son.
Suppressing.
Shit that we were playing,
4 suppressed.
and then you just stayed quiet.
Careful now.
There. Slowing them down.
Hey, Stream, when do you think I should have my
Doing it.
Barrier
Line them up! I'm going in! Reloading. Spike down B.
reloading.
Might want to break wall. We go grab Vandal Station.
Flashbang.
Might go
Last
arcade.
player standing.
Heaven.
One enemy remaining.
Nice. You have knife.
Shutting them down.
Arcade. So you either went heaven or
Clutch.
Fuck.
Everyone having fun? If you're not, you're in the wrong line of work.
That's where they're fighting. Okay.
you want knife again?
Oh no.
Got this guy.
Did you? Sure?
Don't hold back.
Fuck! Fuck!
Left deployed.
I'm retarded.
Slow down.
Fire in the hole!
Oh,
Doing a
my
thing.
God.
Last
Run.
player standing.
Exactly where.
What?
Sage, just wall it off.
We show up now. We live later.
I thought you said we got them all. You just like, you just went out there.
We can walk it off.
Y'all ass, I dare you. Wait, hold on, let me look at the screen. What you got there? That area you did the most?
Shutting them down. Two suppressed.
Hey, come back, come back. Okay, where are you going?
Enemy spotted A.
What do you mean? I'm fucking backing up, bitch.
Someone's
Fuck.
He got clapped by Ultra Mama.
Last player standing.
Said they got ski. That's gonna make it. You hear me? Jeez, what the fuck? It's fucking lit.
I'll outshine all their ratings.
What up, nigga? Nigga.
My ultimate's ready. There.
So it's just, if you see anyone, just immediately back them and wall it.
Been a minute.
Show me what you got, Sage.
Suppressing. Four suppressed.
Round one. Fight.
Come on, let's go.
Hold on.
Careful now.
Someone's B.
Get out of my way!
Kill confirmed.
Enemy.
Wait, one's flank.
Spike planted.
Two flank, two flank.
Last player standing.
Two flank.
Don't get shot. Human brains are hard to replace.
I'm back. Yeah.
The one person watching arcade. Yeah, backside.
Yeah, but yeah. Good. I'm gonna text you what just happened, dude. Oh.
Go wall. Sage wall. Sage wall.
Knife deployed.
Too slow. My ultimate's ready. Enemy down.
Fuck.
One enemy remaining.
Back in a flash. I'm up.
Spike's A.
Prepare yourselves. We fight once again.
Oh yeah. Thank you. I love you too, man. Oh, man.
Reloading.
Charlie Mike, let's move.
Why they did that?
K knife.
Reloading.
Shutting them down. One suppressed.
Look sharp.
It's gonna be fucking lit.
Fire in the hole! Nice and slow now.
Get out of here.
Spike planted.
Reloading.
Last player standing. You're done.
Hey.
¿Con okay now?
Yeah, you see what I
You all
texted?
feeling good?
We got this.
Make me proud.
They have it in that.
Back in a flash.
Suppress it.
Multiple enemies are protected spawn. You fought well. Come on, let's go!
One enemy remaining. Flawless.
That lot was trash.
Move.
What will it be this time? Have
God.
any patterns emerged yet?
Watch me.
Yeah, we can keep flanking.
Be right back.
Knife deployed.
Dale.
Spike planted.
I know exactly where you are.
Your duty
It's not over!
Two side.
opponent killed.
One enemy
Jet
remaining.
ground.
Nice.
Last player standing.
Bro, like what you doing, Omen? Like we're actually just selling the game.
Last round before the switch. If you're not spending your cash, at least buy me something fancy. I can buy for you.
Hey, let me buy you Vandal. The boss.
This.
Wait, actually, the boss, sell your Vandal. I'm gonna give you mine. Sell it.
There's a guy trying to snipe you guys.
Suppressing.
One by one.
Line them up! I'm going in!
One enemy remaining.
He's above.
Team
Oh,
Ace.
Yeah, they're on camera. Spike safe.
Switching sides. You know the drill. Gear up and get back out there. I don't want any sass about it.
Yeah, I know, I tried. I was too late. I reacted way too late. Yeah, after they took away the driver.
Dig deep.
I'm gonna jump peek this.
Alright, let's go somewhere else.
Gonna fall back here. Enemy spotted.
No, you don't.
Reloading.
Shutting them down.
Everything's free.
Plant the spike. Shadows travel.
Oh man.
There.
Careful now.
All main, all main.
Wall raised.
Get flash.
Flashbang.
We use Molly, Molly.
For you.
Throwing charge. There.
Breaking wall.
Last player standing.
NT.
Ever since it started out in the parks and block parties, freestyling has always been a key aspect of hip-hop culture. But as it morphed from the days where MCs were trading bars for fun, it became a highly pressurized scenario. Suddenly, every battle was recorded. Freestyle became a proving ground for artists to let the world know that they were a rapper on the rise. Of course, not everyone sees it as a show of prowess.
Capture skin, KO.
Shutting them down.
Don't miss me too much.
Shadows traveling. Cover going out.
They're two main. We can rotate. They're already here, they're already.
Going up.
One flank, one flank.
My rapping still, cuz. Like, I'm looking at this nigga Corey.
While the radio freestyle became, ever since it started.
Okay, hold on.
Get flash.
Player
Get
standing.
flash.
Let them try to get through me.
Let's play slow.
Kill all your opponents.
I'm hoping Jet has gun.
Jet ground.
Two main.
Started out in the parks and block parties, freestyling has always been a key aspect of hip-hop culture. But as it morphed from the days when MCs were trading bars for fun, it became a highly pressurized scenario. Suddenly, every battle was recorded, while the radio freestyle became a proving ground for artists to let the world know that they were a rapper on the rise.
Last player
Of course,
standing.
not everyone sees it as a show of prowess. Some MCs have made a mockery of the whole thing.
I'ma hit it and back when I see you. Ooh, water, Fuji water. I'ma go and so my daughter. You don't believe me? I'm a mother. Real on the track, man. Come through with the sandwich.
Others, such as Vince Staples, point blank refused to do so, seeing it as a way to basically dehumanize rappers.
30 seconds
I
left.
Chubby.
Yeah.
Cuz throwing like 8 beats. I'm like, why am I rapping still? Cuz like, I'm looking at this nigga Corey like, we f***ing songs up now. I don't got nothing else. I ain't finna sing freestyle.
New Simply Spiked Bold's flavor is so bold, it calls your mama by her first name.
Got me rapping, cuz I'm not
10 seconds left.
White man for no hour, man. That's
Awesome.
auction block.
But for others who participate in this rite of
Barrier
passage,
created.
there are times where they either have a really off day, or simply realize that it's an ability that isn't in their skill set, leaving some probably wishing that they had taken a leaf out of Vince's book. It's your boy Luesta, and these are hip-hop's biggest freestyle fans. And when it comes to rappers floundering in front of a live mic, doesn't get much
Eliminate
worse.
One enemy remaining.
One artist whose relevance brought him to the attention of Travis Scott's Cactus Jack Records wrote Perp was really on the road for a few years. Capable both in the booth and as a producer for other artists, including frequent collaborator Lil Pump, Perp seemed to have it all going for him. But when he made a fateful trip to Tim Westwood's Capital Extra show in the UK, he was about to get exposed as someone who really couldn't go off the dome. In a video ironically titled 40 Minutes of Fire, Perp did everything possible to lose any credibility as a real MC. And not only that, he made a succession of borderline disturbing noises in between his lackluster bars.
I have your back.
Give me my perkies, boy, don't you let go. I know they say it's toxic and deceiving, but I know it can change.
Back in the front.
One suppressed.
Spike down A.
At one point, Perp ran out of words to rhyme and just started
Go
mumbling,
other side now, guys.
Last player standing.
But nothing gets worse than the part where he called himself a boner.
I'm a mother boner. I got a motherfucking boner. Yeah, my effing from the bus, I got a boner.
Switching from beat to beat, Smoke seemed to be under the impression that he was killing it, which he expressed on an IG live after the fact.
Who got green light? Pepper.
I need to drop.
But the reality was that he was really flopping hard. And in turn, this has become such an infamous video that it serves as a reminder to some people that it could always be worse. I honestly come to this whenever I'm having a bad day. Then, his stupid lyrics get stuck in my head and make me smile at random points later. Thank you for this. If you've watched any of my other videos which featured the Florida rapper, you'll know that he isn't exactly adept at accepting criticism. And this time, he claimed that the fact that he was going over sacred beats from XXXTentacion was the real problem, rather than any lyrical deficits he had.
Y'all also gotta realize, even the only ex made me freestyle on sad too. You know what I'm saying? I did not want to do that. I feel like I did not have the right to freestyle on sad and Moonlight.
In Smoke
He's having instant
down B.
Thinking he's got it on lock when nothing could be further from the truth.
Last player standing.
This is something that happens
Wait,
to rappers
Sage's.
from time to time. Just take a look at Iggy Azalea's offensive appearance on Saturday morning. By now, you have to be a really big Iggy stan to not accept that freestyling really isn't the Australian MC's forte. But beyond that historically bad 16 she delivered at Splash Festival, which felt like she was speaking in the language of creatures from Saturn.
Kevin Phoenix.
There are other times where she's really embarrassed herself. Take her appearance on the legendary Sway Calloway's show, where appropriation of the culture went way too far.
Give me a B, Wonder.
Oh, a B?
Give us a hot 16.
Wait, let's just show
I
the
cannot
drop.
give you a hot 16 to this good ass B.
You don't like that one?
No.
You know,
We're going
I'll find you a B. You want to do it a cappella?
Yeah, if you want me to tell you. I'm about to tell you a little story about a guy I was dating.
Oh, shit. We wouldn't know him, would we?
No, you wouldn't know. Of course not. I don't know anyone I date, boy.
I know exactly where.
I'm very private.
Despite claiming she couldn't rap over such a hood-ass beat, Iggy then proceeded to deliver her raps like she was in the trap houses of Atlanta her entire life.
He got a house on the hill.
Last player
Sits in
standing.
the valley. Said he trying to move on with life, but he still want to be a good daddy. So I sit in a rap because I don't want us overlapping. She spending money on
Defenders
What's the
win.
real problem?
Taxes.
Any lyrical deficits he had.
Y'all also gotta realize, even the only ex made me freestyle on sad too. You know what I'm saying? I did not want to do that. I feel like I did not have the right to freestyle on side in moonlight.
In Smoke Perp's case, you see a prime example of someone thinking they've got it on lock when nothing could be further from the truth. And unfortunately, this is something that happens to rappers from time to time. Just take a look at Iggy Azalea's offensive appearance on Sway in the Morning. By now, you have to be a really big Iggy stan to not accept that freestyling really isn't the Australian MC's forte. But beyond that historically bad 16 she delivered at Splash Festival, which felt like she was speaking in the language of creatures from Saturn. There are other times where she's really embarrassed herself. Take her appearance on the legendary Sway Calloway's show, where appropriation of the culture went way too far.
Give me a beat, Wonder.
Oh, a beat?
Give us a hot 16 if you can.
I cannot give you a hot 16 to this good ass beat.
You don't like that one?
No.
You know, I'll find you a beat. You want to do it a cappella?
Yeah, if you want me to tell you. I'm about to tell you a little story about a guy I was dating.
Oh, we wouldn't know him, would we?
No, you wouldn't know. Of course not.
Okay.
I don't know anyone I date, boy.
Okay. I like this.
I'm very private.
Despite claiming she couldn't rap over such a hood-ass beat, Iggy then proceeded to deliver her raps like she was in the trap houses of Atlanta her entire life.
He got a house on the hill, sits in the valley. Said he trying to move on with life, but he still want to be a good daddy. So I sit in a ride cause I don't want us overlapping. She spending money on Mac, that's cute. I get checks from them in Paris. Better check my tax bracket.
Match
What you think
found.
was gonna happen? Nagging, now he's leaving, and y'all broke up like madmen. These exes excessively hating on the next bitch. She no housewife, just desperate. I know you trying to let go, but accept it, cause the whole world is watching, and the paparazzi is flocking, and we fly shit when we drop in and we shut down your party.
The end result was a disgusted audience who were already wary of her deciding that she was a plague upon the culture. The fact that she tried to have a black accent her entire career was disgusting. She's not American. Using the term hood-ass beat and calling Sway boy, this ruined how I looked at T.I. Like, why the f would you take an Australian immigrant and allow her to embarrass the entire genre of rap? And with incidents like that, it's really no surprise that hip-hop collectively turned its back on her over time. But while what the fancy rapper did was genuinely uncomfortable to have to endure, other rappers' freestyle flops are just hilarious. At the beginning of his career, Drake was known for fusing his witty bars and clever hooks. At every opportunity, he was determined to show that when he put his mind to it, he could embody the essence of a classic MC. And right around the time his debut album So Far Gone was making waves, he got the chance to prove himself at one of hip-hop's most legendary freestyle platforms, the Funk Flex Show. Hopping into the booth without hesitation, Drake was initially flowing with exuberance. Even if the BlackBerry in his hand took the freestyle aspect out of the
you have a mic?
The stuntin' we'll buy 'em out, cause we be living with these other rappers lying about. Drizzy Drake, what? Funk Flex, Hot 97, I'm so gone.
And over time, it became clear that he was over-reliant on it as he gradually ran out of lyrics, and did the utmost to cover it up. But all of his monologuing into the mic couldn't fix the problem.
They came all this way. That was stupid. Gotta go!
Hold up.
Gotta go!
Alright. I'ma get this. Hold on.
Go, go, go!
Can we do it? Can we come back? Yeah.
I'm out of here!
Hold on. I'ma get him.
I'm out of here!
I'ma get him. So crazy.
Go, go, go!
I promise I'ma get him. I promise. I can't give him everything, Flex. Like, no, you can't. I can't give him everything because, you know, like, you gotta understand, this is my first.
Alright.
You want me to do it again? You want me to give it? This is my first, like, real.
Suppress it. Fall back here.
Bear in mind, this is long
Force
before
suppressed.
Meek Mill for the whole Quentin Miller scenario. So
Go, go,
what
go.
was funny even back then has aged even more hilarious when you text your girlfriend.
Bro, this tail is so fucking
running
annoying.
bars that were already being recited from the phone produced a real blotch on his record for hip hop. However, this certainly isn't the only way to embarrass yourself. Because in the case of LA Legend, the game, the problem wasn't running out of bars, but recycling the same ones over and over. Renowned for his unique name-dropping style and evident the game is arguably
Spike down A.
due to the antics that overshadow his true work on the line. But this isn't limited purely to his countless ridiculous beefs and drinking fake bottles of liquor on stage. For a while, the game seemed to forget that the internet would forget. Every time he was asked to freestyle, the commentary would repeat the same bars, word for word, regardless of the setting, all while putting on a show like he was coming up with them on the spot.
30 seconds left.
Nobody, no casket, just blood spilling. I ain't a dead president, but I love millions. They like game you been. Shit, blood chilling.
Last player standing.
Bottom. Chamber does not have his hand on her. Hold spike and pin. He got this.
One enemy remaining.
Nice.
10 seconds.
Okay.
Shutting them down.
You can throw a molly on spike.
One suppressed. Flash.
Clutch.
Go back to fighting bots.
Understandably, this got him majorly and it has
Oh my god. KO, you're
Hey
insane.
game, how have you been? Red Rose, White Ceiling.
Yeah, KO,
Like
could I have...
who refused to take an L, Game came up
Wait,
with
KO,
a
what's your
tweet
sheriff skin?
insisting that he didn't care.
Wait, can I see your ghost?
Need a drop.
Wait, I want to see your ghost. Let me see your ghost. Oh, let me buy that.
Need a drop.
Oh, I love Radiant.
Oh, is it Radiant
I'm
Entertainment
ready,
System?
Sage. We got this.
I can freestyle. I don't have to freestyle.
Back deployed.
Back in a flash.
3 suppressed.
I love it, man. But I mean, that guy has a YouTube channel. He wants views. He wants clicks.
Slow down.
Are you
Enemy A.
Considering
Reloading.
how wealthy he already was at that point, maybe Game truly
Enemy
didn't
A.
feel like devoting time to finishing his wrong. But what really hurts is when you see a rapper give
Reloading.
Spike down A.
60 neon. Coming through the
Hey, what?
What are you shooting?
Last
back up,
player
back up.
standing.
Dissing another rapper
My bad.
is one of the most dangerous things you can
He's a
do
freaking
in
more.
hip-hop. Depending on how you do it and what response comes your way, it could be damaging to your whole career. Because when you find yourself on the losing end and the world is all laughing at you, or even worse, feeling sorry for you,
Spike
then
planted.
it can be pretty hard to come back from. My name is Luesta, and these are some of the most embarrassing beefs in rap. Although it's probably hard for his fans to hear, the most recent masterclass on how not to handle conflict came from none other than J. Cole. I'm familiar with how this all got started by now, but to jog your memory, Drake and Cole dropped the track First Person Shooter a couple months back. In the song, the Dreamville Kingpin saluted not only himself and Drizzy, but came out as well as the big three of rap.
I'm so good.
I was gonna let go, but I thought I had it.
Even though he also did call himself Muhammad Ali, it seemed like a legitimate call for all of them.
Does anybody have a Marshall skin?
And dropped his incredible verse on Future and Metro Boomin's Like That, which took aim at Cole and Drake in a vicious fashion. Where he
Nobody has a
claimed,
Marshall
"Mother
skin?
the big three, it's just big me."
KO, can I buy
After
your
that went down,
I mean, your sheriff, your sheriff.
Battle Pass.
Can I buy your sheriff?
More the game dictated that they need to respond to
Oh my god, you have singularity.
particularly Cole.
This is why I love KO.
Years, has been rhyming about
4 suppressed.
Oh my.
What the hell?
So Cole did just that, dropping 7-minute drills at the conclusion.
Wait, KO, you have a right gun, buddy?
And after the diss arrived,
There's nothing wrong with right gun.
they really would remove it.
What?
How do you hit me through the smoke? What is this chamber doing? Oh my god, the chamber
Good
is
Kid, Mad City
actually.
classic. Mr. Morale, tragic. How? It was one of Kendrick's boldest, most experimental, most adventurous albums yet. Your second shit put dudes to sleep, but they gassed it. T-Pab being
Okay,
born
you're
is
actually
a core
insane.
criticism you could make of most of J. Cole's catalog.
After the public pretty much roasted
Spike
him for
planted.
Cole got on stage at his own Dreamville festival and shocked the whole world when he did the unthinkable by apologizing.
I'm so proud of that project, except for one part that make me feel like, man, that's the thing that I ever did in my life. In my spirit of trying to like get this music out, I'm gonna lie, I
Enemy spotted.
I feel spiritually feel bad on them. I try to like
Enemy
have my
spotted.
back, and I try to keep it friendly.
Loading.
Last
Oh,
player
fuck.
Bro, it was lagging.
The occasional fan praised him for his maturity.
I know.
Cole
What
probably realized
must
he
be
strayed
done?
away from how he started and wanted a reset. I don't even know how and at what point he started writing those aggressive bars he has been doing.
Oh, could I have some of these ghosts?
Years. He made his name off the
Need a
humble
drop.
storytelling bars.
Thanks.
This whole "I'll smoke a rapper" energy came out of nowhere. But for hip hop as a whole, this was a totally terrible
Can I
move.
buy your bulldog, Kale?
How you apologize to the with this you?
Need a
Call
drop.
your trash. Call your trash. Stop with your life now.
Like, I am sad.
Oh,
just the
it's combat
competitive
craft?
spirit of the thing. It's like
Reloading.
Shutting them down.
this time you was ready.
Yeah.
You wanted this.
Doing
you
a thing.
was ready for the, in the daytime with a flashlight.
Enemy spotted. A.
Reloading.
Flashbang.
In the eyes of some, Cole had left them feeling betrayed.
He'll never come back from this.
No.
He gotta cut his dreads.
Enemy
He gotta go
spotted.
back to
Hey.
waves. This gotta do so much rebranding after last night.
He gotta go back to college. He has to do another.
Once thought to be on the same side as Drake in the beef, Cole then muddied things even
Like
further.
I
He
never
assured about
left.
Future and Metro's sequel to the project that he was dissed on in the first place. As a result, people don't know where to stand with him at the moment.
What the hell?
Hey, yo, Cole got me confused right now.
Last
How you
player
sneak this for
standing.
years,
Aw.
and then when you
Why is there
actually
neon
106
just like randomly appearing and then just shooting?
respond and apologize, then hop on Future.
Speaking of.
If you were trying to lose fans so you can live more peacefully in society, congratulations,
My advice?
you're doing great.
Don't get
When
shot.
faced with competition from a friend and peer he respected, Cole proved that the competitive drive he once thought he had was missing.
However, when we consider the course of events that happen later in this video, you'll see that J. Cole may have actually made a good decision in opting out of this beat.
As a result, this has registered as one of the biggest, if not the biggest, L in
Reloading.
his career. As in the past, Cole has been the man who's left other rappers scrambling to recover and escape a run-in with the Ville's finest with their careers intact.
You want to play? Let's
Just look at
play.
what
Be right
happened
back.
To Lil Pump. The whole thing started out of nowhere. Back when he was on
Hey,
his
I'm pretty sure
the
that-
Floridian rapper decided to take some shots at the Dreamville CEO on a track simply titled J. Cole.
I'm out of here.
Though that's maybe a sentiment some people share after he apologized to the
No one walks away.
back then. So, with Cole unwilling to take the kind of
Spike
slander
planted.
from a rapper miles below him, Lil Pump got thoroughly sunned on 1985. A track which basically buried an entire generation of SoundCloud rappers, Cole outlined what the future would look like to come once the buzz of tracks like Gucci Gang takes
Neon's one shot. Oh, that's my bad.
Knife deployed. Two suppressed. Flashbang.
They don't show up, which unfortunately mean the money slow up. Now you scrambling,
One enemy remaining.
but you forgot your own pocket. You was riding
On.
now you going
Nice.
Nice.
never bought that house, but you gotta be.
Even though he got thoroughly sunned on 1985, Pump responded with more hate
Reloading.
from Cole. Wisely, he didn't do it on a
I
track.
could just outlive them.
Nah,
They're quicker.
You can feel at home.
Wow, you get so much props. You
Oh, can you come up and see?
lame ass shit.
Looking to be the bigger person, Cole then sat down for a special filmed conversation. And suddenly, all that chaotic bravado we were used to seeing from the aesthetic rapper disappeared.
But now I kind of get it. Cause
Shutting them
it's
down.
different type of music, so people like they'll feel some type of way like, oh, this, that. You know, I started doing it. People was just like, I was like, basically like trend, like, you know, about saying fuck J. Cole, whatever, blah blah. It wasn't even like serious, like I feel shit.
Since then, Pump's career has been in a tailspin. After his original gimmick stopped selling tickets, he had a brief stint as a Trump rapper and even tried to do some metal-style tracks, but nothing has stuck. And after his first 2 records were certified gold,
My ultimate is
failed
ready.
to chart at all, leaving many to
Spike
claim that
planted.
J. Cole's prediction came true. Not
Yeah, someone ping their body.
What? How?
Last player
Is there Neon
standing.
doing that?
Body.
Why? How?
Where he explained why he tried to reason with
Neon's
Pump
the
that
craziest
day.
Smurf.
In the aftermath of all this, Pump seems to be
Oh, we
the
got
only
that
guy
good
who doesn't know
Please
his
bring
fate,
We're all
mostly dead. Or the role that Cole
so
did
good.
in determining his downfall.
Do you feel like he predicted kind of
like what ended up happening with your rap career?
Nope.
No.
Lil Pump doesn't want to admit J. Cole was right. And shout out to Kev for asking that question. Imagine how much more respect
Behind you, they're trying to ace.
if he would have just said J. Cole was right. And I was wrong at the time. Instead of
My
acting
ace?
like he's still popping. SMA. Here, we see what J. Cole is capable
No,
of
sure,
when he really wants to see his flaws.
That was all love. Heal yourself, heal yourself.
But as
Get the vandal, get the vandal,
embarrassing
get the
as that
vandal.
was, Cole actually isn't the only GOAT contender to backtrack in a beef or apologize. As when Jay-Z came at the legendary Nas, he was forced to come back with his cap in his hand. During his early career, Hov had developed a reputation for ruthlessness that made you think nothing was off limits when he was in a beef. During his feud with Mobb Deep, for example, Hov delved into Prodigy's past and put a picture of him as a dancer on the Summer Jam screen. And when he started engaging in a beef with Nas, no one expected him to ever crumble. It all started with a few shots back and forth between Nas and Rockefeller protege, Memphis Bleak.
Hey, do you have
but
a
when
mic?
it came time for Jay to release the landmark album The Blueprint, Jay decided to diss Nas himself, claiming that he only had one hit album every 10 years. After that, he hinted at his relationship with Carmen Bryant, an ex-girlfriend of Nas's and his baby mama. But as good as the diss was, that game basically changed when Nas decided to drop his response on Ether. Widely regarded as one of the greatest diss tracks of all time, the track swept through the industry and the streets alike. And from the outset, Jay couldn't handle the heat. And even people like Razcast remember him freaking out about the track in public.
They play Ether in the club.
There was a Tejo that was right on the side. I saw him when I opened it. He must have rotated
like,
deep.
yo, tell that to turn that shit off. Suppress it. Going up.
I'm not following him.
It was over, and the DJ was not like that. And he played that shit, and the club went up. And that's when I knew Nas won. The streets had spoken. The DJ played it. Jay's in the
Spike planted.
KO, can I check?
Hov unveiled Super Ugly, a diss track which really focused on him hooking up with
But
Carmen Bryant in
did
a pretty graphic fashion.
He's backside.
Despite that being a pretty savage bar, which could have maybe turned the tide in the beef, all the momentum he could have had died down. When his mom made him
Chamber was
apologize
looking
for
at
his
waterfall.
on air.
Oh, he was right where I was trying to go. That's fine. Someone hard left towards smoking. Oh yeah, oh.
And she's never ever called me about music. So I was like, okay.
One enemy remaining.
He said. I feel like I didn't think about
Spike,
women
spike, spike,
or
spike.
Nas's former
Stand your
girlfriend,
ground.
or even my mom. It was really like,
Clutch.
let me meet your level of disrespect with this level
Mom.
of disrespect. An apology which aired on Hot 97 and was heard by the entirety of New York. Angie Martinez said something was really different about Jay when he had to do that.
Jay was not comfortable.
Can I buy your vandal, KO? Please.
Already by that point in our careers.
KO, can I buy your vandal?
Always confident,
I'm begging
always
you.
whatever, ran the show.
He said something from his mom.
It was the, yeah, he said
Stop
his mother heard it.
begging
He was like,
and
why
all
would you say
what do you
that?
call it,
You know, he
requests.
was, I guess she was disappointed in him for some of the things he said is super ugly, so he apologized.
Can we get comms in?
What I remember about that day, and for me, what I don't know, just was a moment was after, because I felt bad.
Doing a thing.
Him, like,
Years later, this would be viewed as the moment that Hov
Reloading.
It even had an impact on Rockefeller Records as a whole.
And then when he went and apologized and shit, I was like, oh. I was hitting him from the thing like, get off the radio.
One enemy remaining.
I was getting a knife.
Would reconcile, but the shadow of the beef still was over both men's careers.
Hitting the brakes.
But while this beef was very real, and the damage done was the result of both men getting in their feelings, there are other
flawless.
rappers.
I don't care about anything. I'm trying to get out of here.
Reloading.
I'm so goated.
During his feud with
And also their comms fucking
Shady
suck.
and the Compton rapper were never on bad terms. They even collaborated
Yeah.
on We Ain't from the game's album entitled The
Cause I killed
Documentary.
Tejo.
And even
I
though
played
he
Ring Around the
said
Rosie with him,
vocal
and then I
conflict
killed
when
him.
he was kicked out of G-Unit, Game
And
always said he had
he
the
somehow
utmost
just did not
respect for
come.
M.
Eminem is
back.
Eminem. If you notice in hip hop, Eminem is the only rapper that nobody ever has a problem with, including myself, man. Eminem is like the most lyrically insane.
Despite the fact
One
that
trick pony, some might say.
has been involved in so many conflicts with other rappers over the years, and previously said he wasn't an instigator.
I don't battle niggas, beef with niggas, I don't show. Unless I hear my name and unless a nigga
I'll see.
then I'm coming.
Game would disprove all of that.
My paycheck invests itself. My portfolio is set.
Y'all?
After he was left out of the Super Bowl halftime show, which featured Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg,
Is,
and a whole
are they
host of other
plugging,
guest stars, including
C?
Eminem. After it went down, the game was clearly
Spike
salty
planted.
about
In the smoke, in the smoke.
Holy aim!
My ult's ready.
One enemy remaining.
I love you, Kale.
Where we want to keep damn Snoop as an icon.
Behind,
Dre is an icon.
waterfall.
Him is an icon. But him is not from LA. 50 is not from LA. I'm not taking away from the fact that they were on the Super Bowl, but LA have been on a good
No, but all.
or New York Super Bowl. It just wouldn't have happened. LA all around.
Kale, what Vandal do?
And I don't get the call. I was hurt.
After that, the whole tone of how the game responded to Eminem changed in an episode of The Drink Champ, where he would go on to make a very bad decision.
Eminem is Eminem. I like Eminem. He's one of the fucking good MCs. He rap fella. I used to think Eminem was better than me. He's not. He's not. Challenging. It's not drama. I want smoke with Eminem, him and him.
The game would go on to push Eminem multiple times after this, saying things like no one plays Eminem songs in the club, and much weirder stuff, like creeping on his daughter's LG. The result of that desire for smoke was the track The Black Slim Shady, a diss track from the game that also seemed to be praising him more than anything. As a result,
There's
fans
2
were confused by
or
what
3
the
D.
game was. Later down the line, he'd make it clear that he was just in his feelings.
Throwing shots at Eminem and beefing with Eminem. It was just me being upset with Dr. Dre.
there's
Dr.
one more
Dre
to
out-rap me, so I just went at him, just because that's just how I get sometimes.
One
It's
watching
always
this.
competitive. It ain't like I'm gonna see M and be like, "What's up now?" You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? And then M took his shots.
Oh, they're fucking A.
Last player standing.
And yo, M is funny guy.
After all that effort from the game, M only needed a
Spike
couple of
planted.
bars to put the former
Last
Aftermath
player
artist
standing.
back in his place on the song Gorillas.
And that is the only retort is I'm not playing in the club. The only reason they still play your shit in the club is because you still perform in them.
In that situation, the game was left looking pretty stupid. But it was nothing compared to what happened when Drake stepped in the ring with Pusha T. Back in the day before he was a superstar in his own right, Drizzy was a big fan of clips. In particular, Pusha T himself.
For like autograph stuff from clips, because I was like, really
Bro, we all saw him.
like some search words led me to this
Show
guy
up
in
now.
Virginia. We had a microphone that Pusha T used during the show. It was like plastic, but it had his autograph on it. I used to pretend I was doing interviews on the red carpet and perform all the clip songs in my basement with the mic. At the time, it meant the world to me.
But once he became linked up to Young Money, he would inherit what was Lil Wayne's long-standing feud with Clips, which started over who got to wear bait. Seriously, if I ever have to do a breakdown of the pettiest reasons for beef, that'll be near the top of the list. Anyway, once he signed up to Weezy, Pusha and Drake exchanged a lot of shots. From tracks like Tuscan Leather to HGTV Freestyle, they exchanged little jabs over the years. Pusha would shade Drake's contracts, Drizzy would say that Push was never as big as he claimed, and so it went on until May of 2018 when Push unveiled Infrared, a track which brought up Drizzy's ghostwriting rumors with bars like, how could you ever right your wrongs when you don't even write your songs? The stage was set for a fully fledged battle. Shortly after,
Both rotating from the other lead.
a song which took aim at
Or they went like behind that back wall.
but his one major flaw was making it personal with
When
Push,
you were
when
looking
he
at
decided to
Katie.
drop his fiance's name in the track, where he said, I told you keep playing with my name, and I'ma let it ring on you like Virginia Williams.
Shutting them down.
And if you know anything about hip-hop, you know
Where
it's
are
a
they?
mention someone's wife or family
Yeah,
in
there's-
a song. At the time,
Shit, my
people
fault.
probably figured Push was gonna
I was doing my...
hard, but they had no way of knowing just how hard he would come at Drake.
Where did you say the
And
Chambers
now
teleport was?
song story was added on. Where he
Let's see if he
unveiled
was
the
in
existence of
Last player standing.
with
Oh.
former X-rated star Super Sub. It's safe to say that this
What?
news brought hip-hop to a complete standstill, while the resurfaced photo of Drake in blackface on the cover didn't exactly.
Last round in the half.
If you're not spending your cash, at least buy me something fancy.
Gotta go.
Stove, can you cover C with me?
Reloading.
Shit! Oh my god! You really have to fight this nigga. Push it. I gotta fight you, nigga. This ain't even direct
I'll
me.
show them.
You gotta fight me.
Cayo.
This is disrespectful.
Alongside ruining Drake's plans to unveil his son as part of an Adidas
You want to
campaign,
play?
the move
Let's
basically
play.
destroyed Drake's image as the kind of guy women wanted to be with. And considering this
How?
was a big part of
How?
as a result, Drake had nothing to do but to concede defeat.
It was a genius play
Flashback.
in the game of chess. And definitely warranted my first quote-unquote
Spike down A.
sport of rapping. By choice, obviously, because I
There's exciting new benefits when you travel with the Hawaiian Airlines Bank of Hawaii World Elite Master Card. Covered by Hawaiian members get 20% off major island bookings. New card members can also earn 70,000 bonus miles. Visit hawaiianairlines.com.
I allowed him to realize like the gap between us allowed him to drop, a bomb.
One enemy remaining.
That really
Tails,
became,
one shot.
That was all anyone cared about.
And although Drake the fact that he was told by another man not to respond didn't reflect
Switching
well.
sides.
All in all, the whole situation.
I don't want your. Can I buy your toast,
previously
please?
gained a lot of respect for taking down Meek Mill, which I've talked about extensively on my channel. It proved that he could be beat. As a result, Pusha is savoring his victory to this day. Even when Drake released his diss track,
KO, can I have your classic?
shots at everyone from Kendrick to Metro Boomin and The Weeknd. People till this day are still mentioning the fact that Drake still hasn't responded to Push. I just wanted to point out that after all these years of mob talk by Drake, nobody ever laid a finger on Pusha T. Not a pinky nail.
However, Drake did not take that advice. And when he responded to Kendrick's Euphoria by dropping his song Family Matters, the Six God officially crossed the line with thought. As he falsely accused Kendrick of putting the beats on his wife, who he also claimed had an affair with Kendrick's longtime friend and business partner, Dave Free. As Kendrick said not to tell a lie about him and he won't tell the truth about you, he actually stood on business. With that, he's been coming for Drake's neck ever since. And he literally dropped 3 tracks within 48 hours of the release, targeting Drake and completely tearing apart his character at any given moment. Kendrick's disses are all very personal and make crazy accusations about Drake, such as the fact that he's a and that multiple people in his entourage are
one enemy remaining.
Begging Kendrick to drop.
Last player standing.
That he was waiting 10 years to go back and forth with his fans are now stop.
No, we were doing so well.
Drake at his own game. Since the song dropped, Kendrick Lamar's
Oh, my
has gone #1 on the Billboard chart, became the most streamed song in one day on Spotify, and also became the most streamed song in a week in Spotify history. And in Drake's fashion, Kendrick Lamar's diss track is now being played at clubs.
Let's go.
No matter who you are or how many records you've sold, there's no one that's exempt from getting involved in a beef. So rappers should always proceed with caution before they start one, as it might just be a horrible idea. Another embarrassing rap beef is Eminem versus Benzino. But if you guys are interested in that video, you can click it on the screen.
This is where we win.
New Simply Spiked Bold's flavor is so bold, it calls your mama by her first name.
Whether you love him or hate him, Aiden Ross
I
is
say we
easily
don't
one
go
of the
there.
biggest names in the streaming world today. And
Yeah, so we're
part of
taking
that comes down to his power of bringing big name rappers onto this platform while being able to create many viral moments. But more often than not, it seems like rappers just see Aiden
I'm
as
gonna
a
just
quick
sit
fire
here
way
on
for
Flake.
publicity, rather than engaging with him out of respect for his success or even him as a person. These days, it's pretty common for Aiden to end a stream with a rapper with his ego bruised and sometimes his pockets majorly like
I got some cash for you. It's a good amount of money here.
However, if you the timeline of events that led Aiden
She's on it, she's on it.
point, you'll see that he not only had it coming for him, but also had
78 neon.
Hands on it, bro.
Last player standing.
First
Oh,
place.
shit.
Aiden Ross's journey as a streamer started out like many others. Born and raised in Boca Raton, Florida, Aiden had to skip school just so he could go live, and is even on record saying that he missed his high school prom just to keep engaging with his growing follower base online. After making a name for himself by playing NBA 2K, everything changed for Aiden when LeBron James' son, Bronny, entered his orbit. Suddenly,
Can
he
I
got
buy
his
your
first
Guardian
taste of
Kale?
using big names to
I
further
said
his
in the wrong
brand,
chat.
but it certainly wouldn't be the last.
Reloading. That's
reloading. You're right, that is right.
Buy Guardian.
I just streamed it.
Guardian?
I had never done a few hundred viewers to 1,000 viewers. That's the point where I had become friends with Bronny James, LeBron's son, or whatever, right? So, great guy. Like I said, that's like my brother.
Don't miss me.
One suppressed.
Reloading. Enemy down. Reloading.
Although he made his name from gaming streams, he quickly transitioned to IRL streams, and soon he would realize that a big part of what would drive viewership was conflict with most notably
right now, bro, like people come to my house, and I've just been having, you know, motherfuckers like I'll react to shit, and it's crazy because now everybody on Twitch, bro, is reacting to shit.
Last player standing.
What the?
Constantly beef with rappers, beef with
Got it.
streamers now. It's crazy, bro. Like
Go,
every
go, go.
week is just something new about it.
Considering how fast he came up, a lot of people saw him as a testament to what you can achieve if you're focused on obtaining your goal. But from the very moment that he started working with rappers, the stage was already set to turn Aiden
You know the
into
drill.
a laughing stock.
Gear up and get
Among
back
the
out
first
there.
rappers to ever work
I don't
with
want any
Aiden
sass.
was
Let's
T
go.
Grizzly. An avid gamer himself, the two first met while playing GTA, and eventually
not Rush.
he came out to do an
Let's play
in-person
slow.
stream with Roz. But even though the two were friends, he basically told the whole industry the level of respect he believed
Let's play
he
safe on
deserved
safe.
when he pointed a gun at him and threw him into a lake.
It's actually cold.
Reloading.
Through the calm, I see.
What is wrong with
Through the storm, I
But
fight.
it wasn't always the hip-hop stars getting the last laugh. Known for his content where he would purposefully act sus just to get a reaction out of guests on
Don't
stream,
peek that, don't peek that, rotate. Guys,
experienced his
rotate to me.
firsthand while Aiden was on his rise, such as Migos' producer, DJ Durrell, who was the recipient of a seriously out-of-pocket
Reloading.
on stream.
I'm gonna put this white stuff all over Rel's face. He's gonna like that shit. Yo, Rel, like that shit.
Spike down B.
84 chamber.
Fall back here.
While
Slow
Durrell was
down.
able to take that in good humor, not everyone was happy to receive those kinds of bars. And soon, Aiden would learn a valuable lesson that if he wanted to, he could get under a rapper's skin. As was the case when he met a rapper by the name of Polo G, who didn't take his behavior too lightly. During a live stream in the studio with well-known YouTubers Zayas and B. Lou, along with Chicago's own Polo G, Aiden decided to
One enemy remaining.
However, the fun wouldn't last very long. Pretending to be an up-and-coming rapper, since Polo G wasn't aware
Oh, that
of
whip was
nice job.
Aiden started to spit some bars, but it was clear that Polo wasn't really feeling it and
Fight
didn't
till
want to
the
go
end.
along with
No
the
matter
joke.
what.
Yo,
Let's all go
I'm
see.
in this too. The dudes popping up. We two and
Play
two.
slow. Walk.
Yeah,
Walk.
I just
Okay.
got done.
Walk.
Yeah, walk.
On a gun. I mean, wait. On a gun. I'm about to put a blunt
go.
in my mouth. I'm about to go out and take this.
Go, go, go. Go, go, go. I'm one.
This
Reloading.
clip generated millions of views, and with
A superior smooth
Doing a
taste
thing.
towards play. Knife deployed.
You're right, you're right, you're right.
that, Aiden continued to play into the joke on Instagram, which prompted a response from Polo reading, "You a grown-ass man, steady thinking that game was fun." Once it was clear that Capelon wasn't going to let it slide, Aiden then apologized.
Yo, Polo, I'm sorry.
Spike down.
I have the spike.
I keep the noise hitting me.
Apology, Polo continued to take it personal anytime his name was mentioned by Aiden, to the point that he fired a direct shot at Ross on the track Toxic.
Last player standing.
Sensing an opportunity to capitalize on the publicity, Aiden
And
tried to
then,
squash it again by appealing to Polo's
and
business,
it's all slow
saying,
rush.
"I know you're not fucking with me, but if you hopped on my stream, we would break the internet." Although it didn't happen immediately, he eventually got his way and had Polo join him on his
Reloading.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Polo's not about that shit. He is
His bullets going up your butt cheeks, boy.
I got no reason.
Chill.
Oh shit, I lost my head off. Bro, I was like, oh,
Since
chill.
then, things have completely
Gonna fall
calmed
back
down.
here.
But where Polo was willing to let bygones be bygones, that hasn't always been managed to upset other rappers,
spotted.
such as
Hey,
Blueface.
I'm out.
After pulling similarly sus on Blueface's appearances on a stream with BDG, he left as soon as he possibly could.
Let's wrap this up, guys.
Alright, well, you wanna come on and
Hitting the brakes. I'll reload it.
bro? If you ever want to come over.
Too slow. My ultimate is ready.
Kids.
Last player standing.
Nah. Their whole team is literally hindered.
Knowing that both ELO and Blueface were
my teammate is also
affiliated and would not tolerate that kind of behavior, DDG
Oh, fucking no.
You actually tried to knife him.
Oh, I was trying to shoot. And then my knife was in my hand.
Catch your breath.
It's funny, but like,
Not that I need to, of course.
it's too much. Some niggas don't understand that you got him, so then he probably stone cold.
Need a drop.
I'm in Cali. This is like gang on. This is where it happens at.
Immediately, DDG was praised for trying to help Aiden
Just get light shoes
ultimately
and
help
a
himself stay out of harm's way. DDG was
Reloading.
Aiden,
I
be a
will
real
hold
one.
up
While
the
in
sky.
Blueface's case, a recent stream with Neon saw him reiterate that he
Go,
wasn't
go.
any
Be
kind
right
of
back.
friend of Aiden's.
You know how I feel about it.
Reloading.
This behavior is also evident in the numerous streams he's participated in with Aiden, where he's seen constantly disrespecting him.
What the fuck? Oh, Omen's in the smoke. Oh. Damn it now.
Spike retrieved.
I got reservations tonight at actually I'm not gonna say where that.
Reloading.
Walks away.
Go ahead.
Stop flashbang.
Urging him to change his approach. But while he never seen in real jeopardy while
Emergency reset reward.
Need to stabilize your core.
this time, it would be a fellow
One enemy remaining.
for making a potentially fateful mistake. Although Aiden has insisted on being his friend,
Didn't wanna
Enemy
join your
Choppa
friend.
seemed to be willing to throw Ross under the bus during one
Oh,
of his
what happened
streams.
here?
When Choppa's entourage began to
I know I
exchange
give you guys a hard
handshakes,
time,
Aiden
but
wanted
you're
to be
better off
involved.
with me
As a
kicking your
result,
butt
they
than
offered
those
him a
assholes
special
shooting
one.
at me.
But as Choppa is a member of the Great Street Crips, Speed knew this wasn't the sort of invitation Ross should accept.
Reloading.
Nah, you gotta be one of these out here. Oh, that looks so cool. No.
If you're wondering what went down, let me explain. The handshake Enely did with the other guy, not Aiden, is strictly meant for Crips. If you do the handshake and you're not in that game,
You want to
you're
play?
immediately
Let's
out
play.
of being an official team member. Although he's appeared to be without much incident, it's clear that
One
because there's
suppressed.
such a culture of
Guys, I'm just gonna wall off.
world, Choppa didn't see an issue with genuinely endangering him. But this is something
Blank.
that Aiden is aware
Never
of,
mind.
as when it comes to real friends in the industry, he only cites a couple as
careful.
anything more than business.
Fucking Odin.
Spike down A.
Bloody hell!
You know that I've always looked up to. I met Shaq Red.
Bloody hell.
Here, let me revive our.
Go.
Dove Men's Micro Moisture Technology leaves your skin feeling nourished.
Get your sauce on with the new KFC Donkey Bucket. Grab yours for just $7.
We talked about it for an hour. First time we FaceTimed.
They're so silly. The little gun, like.
That
is wild.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Oh my god.
You know, Cameron, so he's one of them for sure.
Aside from these two, another man that
You
Aiden
can,
felt like he had a
don't
genuine
all
bond
you can.
with was Tori
I got
Lane.
the spike.
After a
You have
legendary
a,
stream
Vandal,
with Tori
Vandal.
arguably
Vandal.
produced the best freestyle that's ever been on a stream, they stayed
And
in
there's a
touch.
guardian on the ground.
30 seconds left.
Vandal on my body, on my body.
When I was getting swatted and all this crazy shit was happening to me, like, Boy would literally text me every time.
Dog, it was never deep.
Get out
I
of
love
here,
you.
come to my
You're
house.
good.
Don't take it personally.
Just shit like
Yo,
that.
you're actually
Just
like
genuine as
him.
fuck. Whatever topic that I would spend hours on the phone with him.
Remember,
like, he just genuinely-
bullets hurt.
Notice how he says that Tori genuinely messed with him? Well, that's because this isn't usually the case for Aiden when he brings rappers on his streams. And over time, he continued to learn this the hard way.
Fuck it, I'm
That
whopping.
when someone really goes above that transactional relationship, Aiden will ride hard for them. So much so that when Tory Lane was sentenced to 10 years for the shooting of Megan Thee Stallion, Aiden ignored
Can I trade with you, Kale? Kale.
repercussions to talk about his sentence.
I have the green booger skin.
That's all. That's I'm asking you guys.
I have the blue booger skin.
Although this was admirable, Aiden's tendency to
Start
speak
wailing,
his
say,
mind has become part of the problem when it comes to engaging with rappers.
One suppressed.
Slowing them down. Liking his then girlfriend at the time, Pammy Baby's photo on Instagram, talking about it on screen, got him promptly put in his place. If you know anything about
Move your
NBA
butt
Youngboy,
cheek.
you'll know that he doesn't take kindly to
Telling
anyone
you,
playing
bro.
with his name. So when Aiden said that Youngboy was sliding into
You
his girl's
knifed the
DMs,
bot?
he went live
What?
with like
You
Say
knifed
Something
the bot?
to Maya Michelle.
What the fuck? 104 now. Nice!
Oh, they're all.
Last player standing.
What?
Immediately, Aiden
Defenders
knew
win.
that he was to the point that he even offered to rep Youngboy's 4KT gang just to be given a pass.
So look, I'm gonna just let you know I'm not on any type of gang violence shit at all. No, I own no weapon machinery. I have no sorts of gang blood in me. I just wanted to get that out there. I'm just a streamer, you know what I'm saying? I don't really claim any of that.
Capable of putting himself in jeopardy with anything he might say, Aiden has only grown more volatile and controversial when he began to align himself with the Tate brothers, as well as platforming right-wing figures such as Nick Fuentes. Now that he has been permanently banned on Twitch and is free to speak his mind without any consequences on Kick, that same boldness which got him in trouble with Youngboy is also what caused some rappers, even those he counts as friends, to keep their distance from him. Because when it comes to the mainstream media, Aiden's rep is not a positive one. And this is a harsh truth that his manager infamously delivered to him on one of his streams.
How about you get me some guests, bro? Like, where's Drake's stream? Where's Future's stream? Where's Uzi's stream? Where's Travis' stream? Get me some people on my stream, bro.
Yeah, I would be getting you guests if they all weren't afraid to like be seen with you. Your reputation is just so toxic, like no one wants to be anywhere near you. Like Drake is literally streaming with like a guy on here who averages like 4,000 fucking viewers rather than getting on your shit. It's like really bad.
Wait, so it's because of a brand race?
Duh. Oh yeah, they don't want to be associated with a guy that's having like Nazis on his stream. You're very closely affiliated with Andrew Tate, so a lot of people are afraid of that.
Even though Aiden has turned into somewhat of a controversial figure, one of his most craziest conflicts with a star on a level of Drake or Travis Scott occurred when the artist was being shunned for his own controversial comments. Back when he was still planning to run for president in 2024, Kanye West was on a press run that took him to places like Lex Fridman and even Alex Jones' show. These appearances were highly controversial, especially since Kanye was engaging in the kind of intense rants he's famously known for doing. But this one may have been his craziest, as Kanye decided to voice his hatred for Jewish people and his love for anti-Semitism. So when Nick Fuentes, who is working with the Ye campaign and is known as a far-right white supremacist, rumored that Aiden was about to have Kanye West on one of his streams, the internet went wild. Specifically because of Aiden's Jewish heritage and the fact he literally said he would do so just to revive his career.
It's Kanye, okay? He will revive my career. He will save the drought. He will save the falling off.
Match found.
Okay? Receiving comments such as, "Isn't he Jewish?" and Aiden Ross is such an LOL. We had a rare instance where Aiden actually put his principles first before a high-performing stream as a result of the backlash he received.
Come on my stream, we're gonna do crazy numbers, bro. At least anywhere from 400 to 500,000 live viewers for sure. We're breaking the internet. I was texting Kanye throughout the day, like combos and stuff. I said something that, you know, he probably thought I was an enemy. He called me up and he basically just said, like, you know, you Jews aren't gonna tell me what I can and can't say.
I can go like,
I am both shield and sword.
You know what I mean? Like, just, he's like, I don't want you to be my enemy. And then, yeah, that was it. And then I was like, all right, he was like, love, brother. I haven't heard from you since. You know, we haven't talked since.
Prevented from streaming with many of the biggest stars due to his tarnished reputation in the mainstream, and missing out on what could have been a record-setting appearance from Kanye, Aiden needed to find a new strategy to entice rappers into collaborating with him. While both parties used to gain from these interactions, it now appears that the balance has shifted in favor of the artists. They are the ones who are making a lot of money just for agreeing to sit down with him. And unfortunately for Aiden, he can't buy their respect as part of the deal. At the beginning of 2024, Aiden Ross had two pretty big controversies involving major stars in hip-hop. And in both of these instances, it was made clear that while rappers might tolerate him for the cash, most of them don't see him anything more than an ATM. Meanwhile, some of the more experienced figures in the industry don't think Aiden should have a place in the scene at all. First up, there was 21 Savage's appearance on the stream where they had a very headline-grabbing dice game. After 21 kept pulling face cards and making tons of money off Aiden, people started to get suspicious. And soon, it was revealed that the cards had been marked.
Look at the little scratches on them. I don't think you do that, bro. Nah, they're scraps, bro.
You tripping? I don't see what you're talking about.
Nah, yeah. See that mark right there? I'm not tripping, bro.
Who the fuck brought them cards?
Considering that it seems like 21 just tried to scam Aiden in front of not only his face, but also to the thousands of viewers watching, it shows how little concern the rap community has when it comes to messing with Aiden. And by the looks of it, everyone can see it but Aiden himself.
Then there's Aiden, who honestly seems sad and desperate in the situation, given that he's doing everything and just bending over backwards desperately for 21 Savage's validation and time, because Aiden has no way of being cool and interesting on his own. So he has to use his money and his audience in order to pull dudes like 21 in. And then on top of all of that, he doesn't even have enough respect for you to not lie to your face and, I don't know, try to steal from you. Which, like, why are you seeking a man's attention and validation who would do that to you anyway?
As if the 21 Savage incident alone wasn't enough to illustrate how the rap world views him at this point, it turned out that 21 just laid the groundwork for Playboy Cardi to pull off the heist of the century. Shortly before the Grammys, Aiden Ross revealed that he would be having the elusive Atlanta rapper on his stream. Considering how big and devoted Cardi's
team
fan base
has a
is,
healer
this
too,
must have seemed
but
like
you
a
won't
huge
be
win
enough.
for Aiden. But it came at a hefty price that he probably thought was worth the investment at the time. After a fan page said that Cardi would be getting 50 to appear on Aiden's stream, Ross didn't hesitate to correct them, saying that he actually paid Cardi $2 million in cash and a raw read to go along with it. But as Aiden was about to learn, Cardi would only wait around long enough to get the bag and dipped, solidifying the perception of Ross as the easiest lick in the game.
I got some cash for you.
Can someone buy me, please?
It's a lot amount of money here. I got you, bro. From media. Yeah, I got you, bro.
Once again, thank you for everything. I love you, bro. You know, I wouldn't be here without anybody, so thank you again. Aiden Ross, thank you.
Got you, bro.
Enemy A. Reloading.
Man, bro, like, it's just crazy. You're actually good. I really appreciate it. I honestly didn't think it was gonna happen, bro.
Thank you so much. Back to the studio.
After Cardi left abruptly, Ross was understandably aggravated at the sacrifice he made, only for the stream to be basically a robbery.
I have real life damage shit going on.
Dizzy's up top.
Reminded me one day, flew right back here. Slept all day because I was tired of getting
Wrong, buddy.
Woke up, worked out, came here, sat here for 6 hours, streamed for an hour and a half. He leaves. Someone's gotta, I'm not gonna say who, someone's gotta call him and convince him to come back. He comes, listens to 2 songs, says 2 things, and leaves. Bro, it's not just my fan base.
Last player standing.
What's the link? You can't stick to it. It's not rocket science, bro.
Although he was understandably ticked off, a lot of people had a little sympathy for him. As if he was thinking rationally rather than just trying to break records, he would have known that Cardi wouldn't have sat with him on stream in the way that a rapper like Annalie Choppa or Sheck West would have. Aiden Ross did it to himself. Anyone who has the slightest idea about Cardi would have seen it coming. The latest in a long line of disrespectful interactions with rappers, what happened with Cardi would be enough to deter most people from ever wanting to deal with the hip-hop world ever again. Instead, Ross has doubled down and has now even started a war with Joe Budden. After Joe took issue with how Kai Cenat reacted to Killer Mike's Grammy win unfavorably, Ross went to bat for his fellow streamer.
Man, Joe Budden, every single
happen.
time that I see you or I clip you, it's just on some hate shit, bro. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't know what you do. I can't even name one Joe Budden song respectfully. I know you used to rap. I'm gonna just be the honest shit, bro. Like, you're one of these old ass just hate. Why can't you be more like Rick Ross or Snoop Dogg?
Shutting them down.
Like, respect.
One suppressed.
Show flowers and appreciation.
Satchel out.
Love shit. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. No room to talk, no room to speak. You know what I'm saying?
Up and away.
Spike
carrier's down.
Spike down A.
Rush deliveries, not
Reloading. Ever be old man, and we're more humble than you. And we're
Last player
To the
standing.
surprise of no one who's familiar with Budden, this wasn't going to be something he'd let go unpunished. And on the next episode of his podcast, he put Aiden on blast.
Come out mean when I say it, but a lot of people in culture that know absolutely nothing about culture, but today, because of tech, they're integral
I'll burn
parts
brighter than their
in the
Phoenix.
conversation
Just know.
and the song making and just the artists, what the artist can and cannot do. And it's like, who the fuck are you? Where did you come from?
It also
like,
opens the
there's
doors.
no world, for me, the hip hop I come from, there's no world where me and Aiden Ross need to talk about something. Who the fuck are you? Where did you just pop up from?
In his comments, Joe is basically saying that Aiden's relationship with rappers are more about money than genuine merit. And given how most of these rappers treat him, it's difficult to argue against Joe's observation. However, Aiden took cues from Drake and pointed to Budden's own failings, rather than address the potential validity of what he was saying.
Why bring me up and then now that I say something about you, why, you know what I mean? Like, it makes no sense. How does that make sense? Y'all from the capital, y'all are laughing. But
Spike down,
why
B.
are you bringing me up? I respond and now you're saying that no, you bringing out of the conversation. What do you want to gain out of it? You want to get something out of it? Really? Is your podcast really that bad? Your numbers are that bad?
Sorry,
down and out. I'm trying to spike. What do you want out of this, bro? Damn, how this works out because your rap career failed, your podcast is clearly failed.
Although people like Joe and Fantano are not obviously coming from a place of love with Aiden, it's telling that even someone like Academics, who counts
last player
friend,
standing,
is discussing the careless way that rappers treat him directly to his face. And in Ac's opinion, it's not because they see him as a peer or a friend. All they see is the dollar signs that come from Aiden being so desperate to work with them.
I know I had to explain this to Aiden. I said, yo, Aiden, you used to call me for access to all these rap dudes. Bro, they put Kai like Cosby. They put you because you're a bad.
Okay, like, Raze. Your incels, my fragments, maximum damage.
You got popular for gay jokes and shit. Like, that was his thing, that was whatever. Not popular, but like, that was how people knew in the rap community. He was really not trying to do content with you, especially these rappers. But once they see you're the bag, yeah, they'll do content with you for the bag, but they're not giving you the respect that they give Kai.
It's fair to say that Aiden is stuck at a crossroad, as if he keeps working with rappers, the artists that would have gone before him have made it clear that there's no need to nurture the relationship because Aiden will grin and take it. In the case of 21 and Playboy Carti, they've both been invited to reappear after finessing him with different degrees of success. But at the same time, so much of his brand has now been built on these semi-regular
Joke's over! You're dead!
That without them, he may lose some of the market. At the end of the day, it seems like Aiden has to ask himself whether it's better to have the most high-profile streams in hand at the expense of self-respect, or if he'd rather do smaller numbers, but maybe escape with his dignity.
One's flanked,
one's down, attacker spawn.
Hey, rappers are exploiting Aiden in a manner that isn't really a good look for him.
Colorful kill.
Last player standing.
Streamers and YouTubers have soared into the mainstream in recent years,
We are
crossing new
Valorant.
thresholds
We
left
are
and
fighters.
right. But there is one content creator who stands tall above the rest in his explosive, undeniable influence, especially when it comes to the rap game. From industry giants like Drake nodding to him on hit songs.
Give me Spike.
Let's see how it goes. To legends like Kanye publicly dubbing him a fraud.
So he's an industry. Of course, he's the opposite. Total.
It's hard to deny the chokehold that Kai Cenat has on hip-hop. However, while appearing on this stream might seem like a golden opportunity for rappers to promote their brand, merch, or music releases,
Oh, 40, come on, someone peek, bro. Why are you guys playing back?
Honest opinions can sometimes lead to things going south, as he never compromises his integrity or tries to be anything other than himself. It's your boy DeRaysta, and this is hip-hop's love-hate relationship with Kai Cenat. But before we dive into why some artists can't stand him, let's talk about why the rap game is so captivated by him in the first.
Ouch!
Born on December 16th,
One enemy remaining.
a young Kai grew up in an ever-shifting environment, as his father working in the military forced him to move often. But he would eventually settle back into the Big Apple, where he realized how flexible and adaptable he had become from his early years of dynamic.
You will not kill
With
my
his creative
allies!
spark and vibrant personality, he naturally started making videos on social media.
Last player standing.
And don't tell me you're sorry, cause you're not your third fucking chance.
Molly!
When I know you only sorry you got caught.
His middle school years marked the birth of his content creation, and he was able to gather a decent-sized following on Facebook and Instagram. And with more demand for Kai's videos, he was inspired to make the most important moves of his career.
You know, a lot of y'all been asking me, Kai, where's the YouTube channel? Why don't you have a YouTube channel?
One enemy remaining. Clutch.
That's why they put me in charge.
By the time he got into college, he had already built a core fan base, and it was in this period of growth and change that he would meet the AMP crew, changing the course of his life forever. Like many streamers, Tyson was grinding content during the pandemic, and when the year 2021 came, everything truly changed for him. You see, 2021 ushered in a new era of content creation for streamers. We had people like Aiden Ross, who began doing big numbers on Twitch, leading to moments like this one.
What's good, bro?
It's LeBron.
I've got your trail.
First of all, I gotta say, gigantic fan.
Spike down A.
I don't want to be a fanboy, but like, I love you.
Nah, it's all respect, man. I appreciate it, man.
And look, that's right. Look, listen, me and the team, we swept them, and we did it for
I love it.
Guys like Ninja were also making big moves back in the day,
Enemy
playing
spotted
Fortnite
A.
with all the celebrities you can dream of. While these were impressive feats, guys like Aiden were the first to pioneer personality streams and create major consistent connections to the hip-hop world, offering mutual benefits to celebs.
For example, if a rapper, you gotta think, like, let's say a rapper, not saying they fell off, but like if a rapper that's
Last
not,
player standing
on like they used to be, right? They're still relevant, but they're not on. And they come onto my shit, which is hot right now. And it's right before they drop a single project. It's like, bro, perfect promotion. Yeah. Do it.
And as it turns out,
30 seconds left.
Absolutely right.
One enemy remaining.
One of the best things to happen to Tory Lanez in recent years was this freestyle on Aiden's stream.
I'll survive a dent or two. Can't say the same for you fragile humans.
Witnessing this success, Kai entered the streaming world with an infectious energy and unparalleled creativity. The perfect recipe for major success and hilarious clips.
We go!
And before you know it, he had all your favorite rappers on his stream, plus his predictable and unstoppable nature caught the attention of many artists. The very first rapper he had on his stream was Annalie Chapo, who slowly became a very good friend to Kai and even let him use his studio. Since then, he's had many other artists come onto his stream. 21 Savage, Polo G, Ice Spice, Lil Baby, the list goes on. And they're all getting the same benefit of Kai's massive audience. You see,
We
are often getting steady audiences with hundreds of thousands of unique viewers, which are insane stats for a live event. This number of eyes is
You fought well.
And when artists have tracks, albums, and other products on the way, there's not a better place to get that in front of their target audience.
Stand
It's very similar to the gimmick of the Fallon show. And we've already seen artists like Lil Baby and Annalie Chapo.
Last player standing.
Stream.
So these my new shoes though that I'm coming out with. They're gonna be here soon. Probably not even out yet. And you the first person that I'm gifting these to. I just wanted to show my appreciation. If anyone needed these first, bro, it would be you, man.
Kai's stream also provides these artists the platform to showcase a different side of themselves. Good examples of that would be the time the Barb's queen herself, Nicki Minaj, came onto Kai's stream.
Are you hungry? No.
Or this time when he got the Stone Cold 21 Savage to get a little spooked.
Huh? There ain't nothing that's living. Living in the no, bruh. No, bruh. Come on, bruh.
No one walks away.
It seems like there's no reason for an artist not to hop on Kai's stream, but what's in it for him? Well, while the fans seem like they're only on the artist's side, this couldn't be further from reality. Every time he has one of these huge artists on his stream, multiple viral moments occur, like
Joke's over! You're dead!
Or Tyson not getting rejected by Tyler.
Dizzy has targets. It's all you, little homie.
Next one.
Later in the video, we'll discuss the drama that ensued between these artists with the famous streamer. But at the end of the day, it's interactions like these that allow Kai to continue to farm content, giving him
last player standing
to use as clips, which moves the game further into the mainstream and allows him to rake in more and more profit. And seeing the amount of success it brought, Kai decided to go full throttle, hosting marathon streams with rappers, streams with other internet personalities.
Jump up and down. I'm very athletic. You know, I can sound like you jump up and down like chemological.
And ultimately putting his name on the top of the streaming world despite stiff competition.
Nominees are Queso, Iron Mouse, Jinxie, Kai Cenat, and Clackety. But there can only be one winner.
Reloading.
Kai Cenat.
Shutting them down.
As Kai Cenat is established firmly as a household name and an icon in the hip-hop community, other streamers wouldn't get so lucky and ultimately set themselves up to fail. Looking back at Aiden, most of his best streams came earlier on, like the ones with Polo G and Lil Uzi. But he would soon come to realize that the entire hip-hop community isn't so welcome. I've already discussed this at length in a video titled Why Hip-Hop Doesn't Respect It, but I feel like it's worth discussing one more time for this video to really show how he differs from Kai when it comes to this
last player standing.
In general, he was labeled as sort of a culture vulture for trying to cement himself with black culture as a white guy. Even one time wearing do-rags on stream and straight up saying the N-word.
Yeah, but like, that's my thing is this.
Another thing is that most rappers aren't cool with his approach to humor, since Aiden's initial popularity stemmed from him acting sus around rappers, often not sitting well with most of them.
They make mistakes.
Up tough. Down low. Can you smack me lower next time?
It wasn't just his sus antics or poor character that didn't let him progress, but it was the fact that he became widely controversial over time, even going as far as hosting Nick Fuentes on his stream. As someone who the hip-hop community saw as a disgrace for being a neo-Nazi, it turned a lot of people away, while also showing Aiden's lack of morals, literally being Jewish. There's also the fact that he would start to heavily align himself with the infamous Tate brothers, as well as
I've got your trail.
And after getting banned from Twitch for being too controversial, Aiden's stream could get worse and worse. Doing things like asking viewers to do some really weird stuff.
Watching here.
He would consume of mostly kids, and also repeatedly promoted gambling to them as well. All of this holds Aiden back from getting to the level that Kai Cenat has attained. And soon enough, rappers would only go on his stream for a quick bag. For example, Aiden once had 21 Savage on stream, where 21 tried to finesse Aiden out of 11.
You will not kill my allies!
Making him look like a total pushover.
You see what I'm saying? You see a little scratch right there? Right there, yeah. We all have scratches on it, bro. The face card.
Smoke's down.
The face card doesn't have it. Look.
Out of charges.
Even more embarrassing, the time that Cardi showed up, got the bag, and left minutes later.
Spike planted. Crash is ready.
Bro. Who trained you?
Back to the studio. 2024 music.
Last player standing.
You leave right now.
These instances and more show the extreme lack of respect that the
Saw
world
you,
of rap
little
holds
homie.
for Aiden. Whereas someone like
Shot
Kai
trash.
gets love from the genre of rap, and other streamers like the infamous Neon landed in similar graces with rappers, sometimes lacking enough respect to learn their names.
Right there. What's going on, buddy? What's good, little baby?
And even when he does, he can't
Do what
help
we do.
acting anything
Get back to
short of
chilling.
embarrassing and corny.
I like your chain.
I like this.
You do? Damn, I got it just for you. I'm so nervous, I'm just gonna be honest. Goddamn. You. I know, I'm sorry.
Hey, yo, please.
Neon is the
Believe,
kind of
man,
streamer who would do
please.
anything for some clout. Going the extra mile for attention, even if it means being outright toxic. Unlike Kai Cenat, who actually seems like a person with boundaries. Ever since Kai blew up, he has only seen success after success and golds himself to a standard that most others simply couldn't. Like the time he had Blueface and Christian on his stream.
Enemy spotted A. My bad, Chad.
This moment left viewers stunned. Yet
Joke's over! You're dead!
And everyone was shocked at how he responded to the whole thing. You're a bitch, you can fix it. Bro, she's disrespectful as fuck. Respect the guy for being
take
calm.
it.
I too commend him, because personally, I would have cried.
Last player standing.
His ability to stay cool
Spike down B.
added to the long list of things that people admire him for. Kai's reputation in the hip-hop and creative industry has only increased. Unlike others,
Last round before the
and his
switch.
streams with these celebrities have had much greater impact as well. A clear example of this would be the stream Aiden had with Polo G that had about 900k views. Then Kai, on the other hand, pulled a whopping 4 million views, taking a more unique spin by making his video a mukbang and overall improving the viewer experience. Kai's influence has become something that glimpses rivalry with the likes of even Mr. Beast, which forces us to look at just how far his reach has gone and where it's going next. But sometimes, Kai Cenat can get on a rapper's bad side too. Earlier, we looked at Kai's audience as marketing leverage, and that's proven to be apparent in social media trends as seen in his relationship with Emily Chopin. When he debuted his song Slut Me Out on Kai's stream, it didn't take long for his track to graze the charts for the first time in a while. But more importantly, find a place on YouTube and TikTok. Meanwhile, you have artists like Glorilla.
Spike down A.
The song Cha 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 didn't go over too well.
Last player standing.
KO, don't go there. He's out crunching.
No. I was broken up bikini. Yeah. Going to church now sinning. Okay. Smoking loud after service.
Switching sides.
What you mean going to church and now you sinning? Whoa, what the
Let's
fuck?
reset.
Kai's reaction seemed to create a chain of negative reviews in Glow's direction, and she would literally end up blocking him on Instagram just because he didn't like it, and brought her a lot of hate.
Glow, there's no way you blocked me, bro.
C.
Wait, I'm going through a burner. Oh my God, you did! Okay, but look, I think I'll start losing myself if I start taking money, and obviously a label gonna want you to say it's nice as fuck. Yes, it's cool, like it's good, it's nice as fuck. But like, time to show up. Then I'm not being real with you.
It didn't take long for Glorilla to give her 2 cents on the situation when Kai's grunts swarmed her stream on IG.
Don't come on my lab ask me about nobody that I done blocked. What you talking about? They blocked and they gonna stay there. You made your bed, you gotta lay there.
She later came to regret her decision, seemingly reconsidering her statements on Twitter. But Kai let her know the damage had already been done.
Like butter, baby. Dizzy's up. You laid your bed, you better stay there.
However, this situation doesn't compare to the beef that
Spike
Kai Cenat
planted.
endured with the new versus Offset.
Last player
New
standing.
project. Although Offset appeared on Kai Cenat's stream in September of 2023, where they joyfully embraced a 24-hour stream together,
See ya.
The chat said they put with that.
Match point.
the script would flip only a couple of months later, when Kai Cenat claimed that he wasn't really feeling Offset's new project titled Set It Off.
Come on, set. I don't know how I feel about that one either. What you gonna say? Next is called I'm On. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I feel like
Barrier created.
it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't like, oh my, great.
Now, put yourself in Offset's shoes. This comes just 2 months after he did a stream with him for an entire 24 hours, where he showed him nothing but love, created viral moments, and bonded like actual friends. Just Kai to turn his back on him and disrespect his entire album. With Kai Cenat averaging around 80,000 streams every single live he does, alongside the incredible hold that he has over today's youth, it's assumable that if Kai doesn't like something, thousands upon thousands of his fans will tag along with it. And it was abundantly clear that Offset had an issue with Kai not
Spike
liking
down
his
A.
album. When it was reported that Offset was flaking on Kai Cenat's prison stream last second, a stream that would literally go down in the history books as one of the most watched events on Twitch.
Offset was scheduled to come in today. It pulled out last minute.
One enemy remaining.
They told me they were going to do it today. Pulled out last minute.
30 seconds left.
However, Offset claimed that he didn't do the stream
Last
because
player
his woe
standing.
really comes from that life, as he would actually have gone to jail in 2013
Clutch.
following a probation violation due to
Attackers
prior felony
win.
convictions for burglary and theft.
At the end of the day, like, that's my homie. I didn't do the jail thing. I'm gonna tell y'all.
Yeah,
A lot of people thought it was because of how he judged the album. I didn't do the jail thing because I really had to think about it. Like, I really come from that, and it's like really bros and homies struggling with that. It's not really a game, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's a serious thing, and like I understand content. I salute it, but I just couldn't be a part of that content.
But it raises the question, what if Kai actually promoted Offset's album in a positive way rather than a negative? And what if that promotion led to Offset's numbers increasing from 70,000 units sold first week to, let's say, 150K to 200K? Would he really flake last second on the streamer like that? The answer is pretty obvious, but at the end of the day, we'll really never know the truth. Another prominent voice in the sphere of hip-hop, DJ Academics, went on record to break down some of his dealings that go on behind the scenes and why Glorilla made a foolish decision when she dissed Kai Cenat.
Kai told me, he was honestly been saying, yo, they're offering me wild amount of money to even just do reactions, but he's like, I don't take it. And I do think that's dope on Kai's part, but there's a lot of pressure on him because now all of these rappers, their entire marketing is hoping Kai Cenat reacts to their song favorably. And if he does, they all run with it. Yo, let everybody know that Kai turned up to the song or turned up to the album or likes this or likes that. That's a heavy show.
Kai's influence is further exemplified by the number of hate comments seen on the music video for the song. A clear display of how simply his following will echo his opinions and expressions. However, not everyone thinks Kai should have an opinion on what's going on in hip-hop, as Joe Budden would attack Kai for saying Travis Scott should have won a Grammy over Killer Mike.
Y'all little screaming niggas don't always run shit. Shut the fuck up. Adults are out. Yeah. Pocket handkerchief set. He's got fly shit on. Real execs, business people, you little fucking shut up for a change. I'm so sick of these niggas.
Some strong words. And to follow it up, Kai had a bold statement of his own that was honestly surprising, all things considered.
Every single time somebody starts something, it don't even be me, it be them. They talk about me, so let's talk about them. This is what we have here is a case of old nigga syndrome, my nigga. Listen to me. I'm a 22-year-old young adult who likes to sit in his room and naturally, like everybody else, react to music and things like that. Okay? Stop talking about streaming niggas, bro. Stop doing that, bro. Like, we some little niggas, my nigga. I would buy you, my nigga. Do you understand that, bro? Do you understand that, my nigga? You say it don't come off as hating, but you always bringing me up, bro. Relax, my nigga.
It seemed like the tensions here died off real quickly after the situation. A little odd for someone like Joe Budden, but I digress. However, keep in mind that Budden often mentions names when discussing cultural ideas, but he doesn't always mean that specific person. And here, he's clearly frustrated with young hip-hop fans, lacking serious respect for OGs kind of like himself, which may be the reason why he gave him flowers instead after his stream with Drewski and Kevin Hart.
Kai Cenat, Drewski, and Kevin Hart.
Amazing.
Stream, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah,
they did the spin the night thing. It just looks good. It looks good. It feels good. It's just like that shit just like Black Boy Joy. I like seeing Kev Hart with Drewski and Kai Cenat, who are clearly taking that next leap in what they're trying to do.
Nah, that shit just funny, bro. I was watching that shit dying laughing. That shit is, they are hilarious.
Another time, Kanye West has sent Kai some new clothes since he's really big into fashion.
Yes! Bro, this shit is not fitting me, bro. Don't make no jokes about my clothes. Where you ain't saying nothing about what Adidas is doing. When Vulture Soul came out, you ain't play my verse. You control. Don't play with me. What the f did I do?
This ended up being a back and forth between the two, ending with a weird call from Kanye's manager.
So you ain't do nothing wrong. So I felt this way for no reason. What the hell? Yes! 100%!
You know, I know that you guys were kind of bumping heads for the breed's moment. And I wanted to reach out and see if there's a way that we could find a peaceful resolution. Just get on the same page.
Yeah, I'm basically just...
Once again, an artist or just a general piece of the hip-hop sphere would try to strong-arm Kai, but failed to realize how solidly he's established, and that he's not just some kid on the internet anymore. Kai's relationships with the industry are symbolic. They go both ways, and whenever push comes to shove, he's gonna defend himself as easily as he'll divulge. In fact, as Kai has continued to grow, the scale is tipped very much in his favor. He doesn't necessarily need hip-hop to stay relevant, as seen by the presence of megastars on his streams. Or how Kai got invited by Kim K herself to Northwest's 11th birthday party.
No, stop! Stop, North. Tyler, it's your birthday. It's North's birthday.
It was not only a slap in Ye's face, but a clear testament to Kai's chokehold on the game and the younger generation of upcoming consumers. Remember how he shut down NYC over PlayStations.
Back up!
Massive. There, thousands of people have overrun Union Square Park and some of its surrounding lanes of traffic, all for a chance at a PlayStation 5 giveaway.
Let's explain this to you. The situation quickly got out of control after one of the most popular streamers on the video game streaming website Twitch, Kai Cenat, announced that he would give away PlayStation 5 consoles.
With how much influence and motion Kai has obtained, it's no surprise that hip-hop is obsessed with this polarizing character.
I'm done. Yeah. My first ever live stream. By the way, it can be better, it can be bigger. Ooh, it's a W stream.
But if you're interested in more streamer rapper stories, you can click one of the two videos on the screen. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll catch y'all on the next video.
This Friday,
I will be your weapons sommelier for this evening.
you got something for me?
Oh, that is not good.
Is that a grenade? This is nothing like Fortnite.
A Working Man, rated R. In theaters Friday.
There's an evil streamer that rappers love collaborating with, and he likes to go by the name of Jack Doherty. With over 25 million followers across all of his social media platforms, he's one of the most controversial streamers online who has become hated by nearly all corners of the internet. Even Dr. Phil couldn't stand him when he was just a kid, pulling stupid pranks for views.
I think they're so creative. No one's ever done those types of stuff.
Okay, we're done here.
I'm sorry.
I'm trying to give him some advice, and he wants to talk rather than listen.
But over the past year or two, he's risen up the ranks of influencers and content creators, all the while making money off OF girls and collaborating with rappers whenever he gets the chance. Now, these artists are going to have to consider whether the bag they're getting for collaborating with him is really worth it. Because not only did they help create a monster, but we've reached a point where it's really not a good look for them to even be seen around him. When you do some digging and learn how sinister this evil 20-year-old white boy really is, you too would wonder why so many rappers adore him when they should really want to be as disconnected as possible by him and his brand. It's your boy Luesta, and today we're gonna delve into the dark history with Jack Doherty. Before he was collaborating with rappers, Jack Doherty was making a living off of basically being the most annoying person you've ever met. Since early pranks like turning off the power in a local Walmart and stealing his brother's car without a license were what initially helped him grab the public's attention, he felt that being irritating was the way to keep his views coming in. Clips like these blew him up into internet stardom and became a formulaic strategy that he would rinse and repeat. And in the process, he made himself one of the most despised people on the internet.
The fact that the grand majority of the internet is laughing at him for a reason. Now, if you're somebody that's new that thinks this is some cool behavior, then you should probably stand in front of a mirror and think, why are you so stupid? Because all we can do is laugh at Jack Doherty. This kid is without a doubt one of the biggest losers I've seen in a long time on the internet.
Rarely do you find someone in his comments actually laughing at his quote-unquote pranks. Instead, you'll find comments like claiming that he's obnoxious and has no redeeming qualities. And if you ever feel useless, just remember that people like Jack Doherty exists. But not to say he didn't start with humble beginnings. After joining YouTube at the age of 13 and starting off with bottle flip videos, he racked up 100,000 subscribers in just 6 months. As he began to make prank videos, Jack quickly learned that hate could be a powerful tool in content creation. And as his pockets got fatter and fatter, his actions got more and more infuriating to watch. Back when he was still on the come up, he purposefully trolled Ninja just to get a rise out of him.
It's so annoying, man. He's donating a shitload of money. He's asking me to react and call me his daddy and shit for like a YouTube video. Now he's asking to play. Oh, here's another 100. We better play. Block his email and I'm refunding him. He's annoying. Yep.
That was my goal, just to annoy him.
Due to this being the most attention he'd ever gotten up until that point, Jack clearly thought that this was the way to make it, and has believed in the power of disdain ever since. If there was a point in time when Jack really started to become hated by the masses, then it would be the time when he started barging into people in public, using his massive security guards to basically avoid the beating he rightfully deserved.
I didn't say any curse words. What'd I say? What'd I say?
You got a stupid shirt on over there.
Yeah. Your kids can't read, though. Your kids can't read, can they?
I'm seeing your kids watch.
Get away from me. You started talking to me, buddy.
Get away.
You get away from me. Watch your kids. Go walk away.
And when his security isn't around, Jack will fold quicker than J. Cole at Dreamville Festival.
Why? Oh, yeah.
Hey, you know, he's just being hypothetical.
Yo, don't record me because I'll slam your camera. Don't be stupid, don't use me as content.
Wait, I can't hear that last part.
If you use me as content, it's not going to go the way you think it's going to go. So I advise you to walk away, all right? Don't use me as content. The content you're going to get is going to be a lot different, right? So please step away. Thank you. I appreciate it so much.
Because of these antics, there are large sections of the internet who have never met him, but would spit on him if they were ever given the chance. And it's not just the people commenting on his videos. Other YouTubers and streamers who've been in his presence can't stand him either.
When you get near Jack Doherty, it's like a Dementor. It sucks the fun out of everything, and everyone gets uncomfortable and mad at him. He just has this indescribable X-Men mutation about him that makes him impossible to be around while also being in a good mood.
To their delight, this kind of behavior has backfired a few times. Because no matter how experienced your security guards are, there will be the opportunity from time to time for someone to catch you slipping. Such as this time where a guy in Walmart pulled out a gun at him after he was being annoying.
What are you getting it for? What? I personally would just like shove this up my ass, my brother.
You need to grow up in leadership. You need to grow up.
What do you mean?
You know what that is?
No.
That's my black belt keychain.
Undo my ass.
Yes.
For real.
So go fuck your friends.
But I mean, it's like a 4v1, so I'm not sure.
Not only that, but I'm a policeman too.
Oh, and you got a gun too.
Then there was FoozyTube, who didn't hesitate to slap the taste out of Jack's mouth during a stream.
Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all later. Peace out, Girl Scouts.